hour, dozens are killed in a crush of people at a mass religious festival in Israel.
This isn't a hospital or even a clinic. It's a Sikh temple. But for these people who've already been turned away from so many hospitals, this is their last chance at survival.
India staggering under the onslaught of COVID as a deluge of death overwhelms the country.
If we cannot destroy this government, we must build vaccine and we must cure all the time.
And CNN gets you an exclusive look at armed fighters doing battle with Myanmar's military government. It's 5 p.m. at Mount Meron, Israel, 7:30 in New Delhi, 10 a.m. here in Atlanta. Hello, I'm Lynda Kinkade. Welcome to the program. Somebody probably fell down and we rolled over each other. Those chilling words from a survivor of what's being called one of the worst peacetime disasters in Israeli history. 45 people are now confirmed dead after apparently being crushed at a religious festival in northern Israel. It happened in a passageway. You can see just how crammed people were there. Well, around 150 people were treated for injuries, and this is the awful aftermath today. The festival drew tens of thousands of ultra-Orthodox Jews, the biggest such gathering since the pandemic began. Well, people came to the festival for a night of singing and dancing and fun, and many of them left traumatized. Take a listen to this young man.
I was there, and inside the bonfire, it was crowded, and there were around 60,000 to 70,000 people, no place to move, and people started to fall to the ground. A lot fell to the ground.
CNN's Hadas went to the very ramp where this tragedy unfolded, and she walks us through a night of chaos and carnage.
This is the site of what the Israeli Ambulance Service is calling one of the worst civil disasters in Israeli history. What happened around 1 a.m. while tens of thousands of worshippers were here celebrating the Lag BaOmer holiday, crowds of people were trying to exit and enter along this ramp right here. And they started slipping and sliding all over each other. It turned into a tangle of bodies. Authorities are now saying 45 people were sadly killed, more than 100 injured. The authorities still don't know exactly what caused the chaos of that night. The police are investigating. The police commander for the northern region has already taken responsibility. The Israeli Attorney General has called for investigation, and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has called for a day of mourning because this event takes place every year, and this is the first time that such a tragedy has befallen the tens of thousands of worshippers who gathered here to celebrate the Lag BaOmer holiday, to be close to the tomb of an ancient rabbi, and what was supposed to be an evening of revelry, of singing, of dancing, turned into an evening of tragedy. Hadas, Mount Meron, Israel.
Now to the gruesome and heart-wrenching process of identifying the dead. CNN's Elliot Gotkine is at the facility where loved ones of the victims gathered. And he joins us now live. Elliot, the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, says some of the victims are children, and obviously the process now underway to try to identify the victims.
Yes, it is a grisly task, but this is what's going on in the building just on the other side of those trees now. We understand that over the last 3 to 4 hours, the bodies have been brought here. The death toll, as you said, stands at 45 right now. And inside that building is, of course, the task of the families and friends and loved ones of those who are concerned that perhaps their loved ones, that their family members are among the dead, are inside trying to identify the bodies to see if you know, that their loved ones have been included in that toll. Now, there are about 20 people critically injured who are still in hospital, so sadly that toll could yet rise. The overall number of injured was in excess of 100, but the Health Ministry says that most of those people were suffering from broken bones. They were treated and then sent home. So that is the current situation right now.
Okay, Elliot Gotkine, we'll leave it there for now. We are going to continue to follow the investigation in the aftermath of this tragedy. And you'll want to stay with Connect the World. In about 20 minutes, we'll meet Rabbi Shlomo Katz. He was on his way to the Meron gathering, but was delayed. And that delay may have saved his life. And